Check, check. Hey, my mic is not on. My mic is not on. Check. Sound check. Request you all to kindly settle down. Good evening to everybody. Honorable Chief Minister is right here outside. He might step in any minute now. Requesting all of you to kindly settle down and maintain silence. A warm welcome to the respectful Honorable Chief Minister of the State Telangana, Revanth Reddy garu. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Can I request you all to welcome him with a round of applause, please? We'll just give 30 seconds for everybody to settle down. We request everybody to kindly take your seats as we are about to begin the event. Shall I start? Sir, shall I start? Yeah. Andarki namaskaram. Good evening. To the Honorable Chief Minister of the State Telangana, Revanth Reddy gariki, Honorable Chairman, Legislative Council, Gutta Sukendra Reddy garu, and to Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Batti Vikramarka garu, Honorable Ministers, Honorable MPs, MLCs, MLAs, Chairpersons of different corporations, diplomats of various countries, eminent persons from the industry, healthcare, construction, hospitality, judiciary, subject experts, media, senior officers, state administrators, environmentalists, honorable dignitaries, I welcome you all to the presentation of the River MUSI Rejuvenation. Ippudu Telangana Rashtra Geetam kosam mi andarni nilabadavalsindiga korukuntunamu. I request you all to stand in the honor of Telangana state song. Thank you. Telangana andarni కూర్చోవాల్సిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాం. We would also like to welcome the honorable speakers and all the dignitaries here. Thank you. Requesting everybody to kindly settle down. We also have Honorable IT Minister here. Warm welcome to you, sir. Yes. హైదరాబాద్ చరిత్రను మూసీ నది లేకుండా ఊహించుకోలేం. అనంతగిరి కొండల్లో పుట్టి హైదరాబాద్ నగరంలో 55 కిలోమీటర్ల పాటు ప్రవహిస్తుంది. నగరీకరణ వలన, కాలుష్యం వలన మూసీ నది యొక్క రూపం కంప్లీట్గా మారిపోయింది. అందుకే గౌరవనీయులు రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు తమ దూరదృష్టితో ఎలా అయినా మూసీ నదిని రెజ్యువినేట్ చేయాలని గొప్ప సంకల్పంతో ఉన్నారు. అందుకొరకు ఒక్కసారి గట్టిగా చప్పట్లు ప్లీజ్. Thank you. I now would like to welcome the Special Chief Secretary Jayesh Ranjan Sir, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, onto the stage to set the context with a warm round of applause. Hearty welcome, sir.
Honorable Chief Minister, sir, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Honorable Speaker, sir, Honorable Council Chairman, respected ministers, advisors, members of Parliament, members of Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council, representatives, chairpersons of various corporations, all our invitees, our guests, distinguished members of the diplomatic services, senior industry representatives from various verticals like manufacturing sector, healthcare, property development, entertainment and media, and all the domain experts who are here, all the environmental civil society organizations. To every invitee, we are very, very grateful. This is one of its kind platform. You would not have seen something like this before. For the sake of transparency, for the sake of accountability, for the sake of consultation, such a wide platform has been created, and we are very grateful that all of you have responded. I mean, I see a full house. Some people are standing. Very shortly we'll find chairs for all of you. Just bear with us. As all of you would know, within weeks of taking office in the year 2023, Honorable Chief Minister announced a slew of flagship projects. Of course, the 6 guarantees are well known, but there were other important developmental initiatives which were announced by Honorable Chief Minister. And to revive and rejuvenate Musi River was one of the important ones. I have had the pleasure of accompanying Honorable Chief Minister to few of his international visits. And I know for sure that wherever Honorable Chief Minister has gone, one of the first demands that he has put on us is that please find out if there is any water body, if there is any river, and how has that country developed that river. And in the process, Honorable CM has visited the Thames River, the rivers in Tokyo, in Seoul, and in so many other places as well. And everywhere we have seen that the rejuvenation of the river has created a huge multiplier effect for the economy of that city and of that country. And we all know historically why when the Asaf Jahis set up their dynasty, they chose the riverfront to establish all the important institutions. But obviously over a period of time, due to neglect, due to inadequate attention on planning, on resource support, the river today has become an embarrassment for us. In fact, I come from the north of the country. We have mighty rivers, we have bridges, and when you cross a bridge over a river, you get a sense that I'm crossing something. I mean, there is something very special which is happening. Here, when you cross any bridge over Musi, you don't even notice that you are crossing a river. It has become so insignificant, etc. I can share something else which is very personal. In fact, the Musi River Rejuvenation Plan was tried out way back in 2005 also. I was the Vice Chairman of the Hyderabad Urban Development Authority. which is called Huda. The then Chief Minister, Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, had asked us, and at that time GHMC was called MCH, to look at the river rejuvenation project. We had engaged a very eminent architect called Hafiz Contractor to guide us. But we were not able, he gave us good ideas, but we were not able to make any progress because one very fundamental question could not be answered. And that fundamental question was, how do you bring water into this river? This river can be, so much of landscaping can be done. We have engaged a very reputed consortium of agencies to prepare the master plan for this river rejuvenation. These are all international companies. It is led by a Singapore-based company called Mainhart, along with Rios of United States, Cushman and Wakefield, which is also a global consultancy, one of the big five. So they have just about a month ago given us the detailed project report for phase 1 of the project. So my colleague will explain about what is there in the DPR. He will also provide a little bit of a historical context. Some of you might have seen some of the displays in the foyer when you would have entered. If you have not, please do look. Take a look before you leave. It has some amazing illustrations and pictures and historical markers of how this river has created an impact, a very deep impact in the history of the 435 years history of Hyderabad. And after my colleague's presentation, we would be requesting Honorable Chief Minister for his address. And before the evening concludes, obviously we have arranged for dinner and accompanied with some entertainment in the outside lawns. So please do make full use of this time that you have chosen to spend with us. And once again, very, very warm greetings and welcome to all of you on behalf of Telangana government. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now request the Managing Director of MRDCL, E. Venkata Narasimha Reddy Garu, to present Riverfront Development Project to all of us. Hearty welcome, sir. May I request a huge round of applause to you for the Managing Director of MUSI, MRDCL.
Good evening to all. Sir, with your permission, I will start the presentation, sir. Sir, as Special Chief Secretary was explaining what exactly the day is about. So MUSI River has been there and the Hyderabad happened along the MUSI. But over the years, how MUSI was polluted, how we are not able to make use of the river that is available to us. The nature has given this to us, but we, in the process of urbanization, the development, how we have changed the face of the river and how we are struggling today. I would like to take this presentation in 10 points. Basically, so just I will give the context of the MUSI, the current crisis, what is the crisis now, and then I go to the global benchmarks of the riverfront projects across the world, across India, government's vision for MUSI development, what exactly the leadership is now thinking of, and what is the vision for 55 kilometers which is going to be in the second phase also, the phase 1 planning, what it is, and the DPR components. And then we also talk about the river hydrology. When we talk about the river, we have to talk about the hydrology and hydraulics. So many people are having some misconception on the river thing, whether we have done the hydrology or not. I will be trying to explain that also. And prevention of sewage flows. When we talk about the river, we have to curtail the sewage flow into the river also. So what exactly we are doing on that? And then multi-use buffer zone, why the buffer zone is very important, what the rules say, what the government of India says, all these things also be spoken about. And then Gandhi Sarovar, where the historical importance of Bapu Ghat and how the Gandhi Sarovar is shaping up. Then the east-west mobility corridor, how the decongestion of Hyderabad is going to happen with this very good project. And then the last and not the least one, but it is very, very important. I welcome Honorable Minister Revenue. Also, please join us, sir. The last one is the cultural integration. Hyderabad is known for the culture and also secular Hyderabad. So, how it is going to be connected through the MUSI? This is also very, very important. Under these 10 topics, I am going to cover the entire vision of the government. So, just to see the historical background, this is the picture of 1892. So, this was taken by one photographer called Deen Dayal in 1880s. Hyderabad was founded in 1591 and it grew along the MUSI in the Qutub Shahi dynasty. Then the river provided water for agriculture, trade and daily use. So, this was the river which was giving even the drinking water at that point in time. For 300 plus years, the MUSI was the city's ecological balance. This is the backbone of the city, actually where Hyderabad has grown. This is the picture of that time and how it was, and agriculture was happening, everything was happening. Then what is this MUSI about? So, MUSI rivers starts from Anantagiri hills, and there are two rivers actually. When we talk about MUSI, we have two rivers, one is Musa, another one Isa. These two come and merge, confluence is at Bapu Ghat. That is called Bapu Ghat now. In between, after 1908 floods, two reservoirs were constructed. Before 1908, there were no reservoirs. 1908 floods have made us to have the two reservoirs. This is basically for the linkage. This starts from Anantagiri Hill and it flows up to 55 kilometers and reaches Usman Sagar. And another river called Isa, this starts in Pargi area and this starts and comes 49 kilometers and comes to Himayat Sagar. This was constructed and completed by 1927. So, 1920 and 1927 these two reservoirs were constructed and that was supplying the drinking water for Hyderabad as well. Then from there the MUSI now, if we take the ORR, outer ring road, 159 kilometers of outer ring road, where at Rajendra Nagar and Gandhipet ORR, that is Narsingi Junction to Gaurelli, this is the other place where exactly this is the Gaurelli place. From here to here, this is 43 kilometers. And from here Usman Sagar and Himayat Sagar, if we take these two, just with Krishna river at Vadapalli, in Nalgonda district. So, what is the crisis? How the MUSI is today? If you see at the MUSI, I have tried to show some pictures here. Musa Nagar location near Old City, encroachments in the buffer zone. See how after floods, how they are suffering. And location at Musarambagh bridge, lot of garbage, untreated sewage, everything is coming here. And at Chadarghat Causeway bridge, solid waste dumping is also happening. Then if we see Amberpet, I have taken some examples and just I am trying to show this. At Malakpet and at Musarambagh, there are 27 major nalas. I am not talking about the smaller nalas, but 27 major nalas join the MUSI river without treatment. The treatment started some years back, but still lot needs to be done. Here I would also like to just show the video. Video please.
The reality of the MUSI. This is not just a river. This is the reality of the MUSI today. Across Hyderabad, drainage channels discharge directly into the MUSI, carrying untreated sewage every day. Plastic waste and toxic dumping have turned sections of the river into polluted drains. Chemical pollutants create thick layers of foam, a visible sign of contamination. Encroachments and unmanaged waste continue to choke the river's natural flow. What was once a flowing river now struggles under the weight of pollution. The MUSI carries the waste of a growing city. Its condition today is a reminder that urgent action is needed.
This is the urgency where we are today. So, if we also see the historical paper clippings and happenings that are there, in 2020, 50 people died in heavy rains, flash floods in Telangana. So, this is why, what is the reason for this? Because MUSI has to take all the nalas into that. Whatever flood that comes, that has to merge into the MUSI and it has to flow uninterrupted. But if that is not happening, then the flooding happens. This is called urban flooding. So, in urban flooding, the risks and infrastructure challenges are also there. This is one thing that happened in 2025. This 2 dead, 2 missing in rain related incidents, parts of city waterlogged, complete city waterlogged. And this is 1,000 plus families have to be displaced, heavy rain ponds Hyderabad, and location this is Shankar Nagar in 2020 and this is 2025 news item. Please video please.
Hyderabad.
MUSI River overflowing houses.
Person is
Hyderabad
going.
battered by intense rainfall, plunging the city once again into chaos.
Police moved quickly.
Havoc the heavy rains are doing in Hyderabad. So, though we have the river, for taking all this flood into it and just go along the river and it can pass through to the Krishna river and then go to the sea. But because of various obstructions and other things, it is not happening. So, that is the crisis. Added to this, the climate change that is also there. As we have seen, within 24 hours, we are seeing 25 centimeters of rain, 40 centimeters of rain. See, actually all the systems were prepared only for 2 to 10 centimeters max. Even if 10 centimeter happens, the entire city gets into waterlogging, not only here, across the world, across other cities as well. But what needs to be done? When we are talking about MUSI, actually the MUSI project is not looking only about the MUSI cleaning. We are trying to do an integrated approach, the comprehensive approach for the entire city. In the coming slides, I will also be explaining what exactly the government is trying to do. So, global climate projections, if you see, South Asian cities face a 40% increase in extreme rainfall events by 2050. If we are not prepared for that, we are losing out, and the generations coming will definitely curse us. So, this is the time we have to cloud bust everything. If you see 2020 Hyderabad floods, 50 lives and 5,000 crores of economical loss. This is reported by the newspapers, and 200 to 300 mm, 20 to 30 centimeters of rainfall within 24 hours. So, this is where we are today. Therefore, every monsoon that passes without action, if we fail to take an action today, is a disaster we chose not to prevent. We have to prevent it. What needs to be done? That is what exactly the project is about. So, in light of these crises, the MUSI's revival is not a choice, it is a necessity, it is a compulsion. This is exactly where we are today. So, what we have done? So, having studied the problems here, we are not leaving the problem there. We are trying to find out the solutions. Which are the best practices that are there across the world? We try to see the, we try to go around the globe and take the inspiration out of it. So, out of this, if you see Cheon Seoul river, where this was before doing the riverfront. This is in Seoul, and this is after cleaning that and doing the riverfront. So, the second example is Thames. See the old Thames and the new Thames now, how the economy is growing around. Next, this is Sumida river in Tokyo, how it was, how it is today. And this is Singapore riverfront, how it is. Many of us probably have visited several of these places, but we never understood that how the river was, because now we are seeing this. We didn't know what happened in the historical thing. So, all these things are studied now, and Sabarmati riverfront even in India. Sabarmati, if you see the riverfront now in Gujarat, and this is Seine river, Paris. Several of us visited Seine and how it is today. Please play the video.
Once, many great cities turned their backs on their rivers. Pollution, encroachment, forgotten waterways at the heart of growing cities. But vision changed their course. Across the world, cities chose to restore their rivers and reshape their future. Now, it is Hyderabad's moment. The revival of the MUSI begins.
So, I spoke about the crisis, and we have also seen several places across the globe and what are the practices that they have taken up and how the rivers are now shaped up. And after seeing this, the leadership today is very committed to that. That is the reason a team led by Honorable Chief Minister himself has taken to the various places along with media. Let me also be very clear so that everybody can understand. And the cabinet colleagues of Sir and also the senior bureaucrats to study this. The vision leadership commitment, see Dubai, Singapore, London, Tokyo, all these places were visited by Honorable Chief Minister. And the teams were sent again to study what they have done, what we need to do for MUSI. Please play the video. Here we are trying to show the riverfront and also Honorable Chief Minister's visit there. the AI created. These are actuals, and Honorable Chief Minister visited that. So when we are trying to show the vision, people are thinking that AI, but that is based on the actual study that is done, and the pictures are presented here. I request all of you, while going back again, once again see, this is possible. This is possible, but the commitment from the government, that also been shown. So this is the right time. We have to arise and we have to see that this happens. Then what we have done on this front, for the last 1.5 to 2 years, the field study is done, the understanding is done, the data collection is done. First, data collection is very, very important. After data collection, that is collated, and then the study happened, and we are coming out with a plan. The plan will be implemented. I am trying to just showcase the plan. What we are exactly thinking of. In this particular thing, Hyderabad is going towards blue and green Hyderabad. As you are aware, already we have a beautiful ecosystem here. We have 1,000+ lakes within Hyderabad's jurisdiction in the Cure area. Now we are calling core urban region economy area. Within that, about 2,000 are there, but we are going to take up at least 1,000 lakes. Already the activity started, rejuvenating or lake improvement happening, and that will go on. That is one. This is a lake system having the chain system. One lake is full, then the overflow of that lake comes to the other one, second, third one, and then it comes into the MUSI. So we are also targeting that. That is also happening. Then the clean river, what does it mean? There is no sewage flow into MUSI. How to treat this, where to send this, how to utilize the resources that are available. Second is the flood mitigation. I have shown how the floods are making havoc in city. So this is also very important to save the lives and properties of the people, and also to thrive the economy in Hyderabad. So flood mitigation measures, accessible riverfront. When the river is there, people have to enjoy the riverfront. They have to have that ecological balance, and they have to enjoy the riverfront, so that the public spaces have to be improved. Connected city. See, river is there, how to connect it. So the mobility is also another factor that is also considered in this project. And sustainable development. Every development that is taken up has to be a sustainable development. These days we are talking global SDGs. With this river, at least we are attempting to have 6 sustainable development goals achieved into this. This is what exactly. And we have very rich heritage. Probably some of you might have seen what we tried to show from Vishnu Kundins now to the present day, how the history has shaped up and how the history has given invaluable heritage to Hyderabad. We have to restore it and protect it. And the most important thing is, with all these things, now you have seen all the videos of Tokyo, Singapore and London, every city, the economy is thriving next to the river. Night economy is there. So why not we have, so that the people can also work in the nights, blue collar jobs will come and they will earn very good amount to live, livelihoods improvement. Then we have also done some analysis and compared with other rivers. So in the Seoul, the Chong Yecheon river is developed only 5.8 kilometers. What we have seen is only 5.8 kilometers. And Sabarmati riverfront in phase 1 they have done 11.5 kilometers. In phase 2 now they are doing 13 kilometers. Subida river Tokyo 23.5 kilometers. Seine river in Paris 29 kilometers. Thames London 39 kilometers. MUSI phase 1 itself we are taking up 21 kilometers. So comparables, we are trying to compare with the world global best practices. And MUSI full vision will be 55 kilometers, the balance will be taken up in phase 2. So how it is going to help the economy? When we talk about the economy, Honorable Chief Minister always speaks of the night economy and economy around the river. What exactly that means? Most of the people may not have understood this. We will try to just explain here for these rivers. 5.8 kilometers of Seoul River, when it was done, urban stream corridor is developed and 50,000 plus daily visitors are going there, just 5.8 kilometers. And 9 plus billion USD investments have come next to the river. And 190 million tourists over 10 years. So this will become an economic hub. This is how Seoul has taken the advantage of the river. And then come to the Thames River, 39 kilometers, 27,000 plus daily visitors, 2.98 billion USD economy, 1 lakh plus employment opportunities. This is what exactly we are speaking about. And Sumida River, Tokyo, 23.5 kilometers, 1.5 lakh plus daily visitor every day, 1.5 lakh people visit that, and 67.14 billion USD investments have come along the river, and over 30 million plus tourists visits annually. And Singapore riverfront, 3.2 kilometers only, and here if you see 40,000 plus daily visitors, probably among the August House, probably 40 to 50% people might have visited this place. 23.9 billion USD in revenue per annum and 16.9 million tourists annually. When these many tourists come, the employment also comes. So for the local youth, local people, lot of employment can be created. Seine River, 40 million annual visitors, 29 kilometers and 7.4 million job opportunities. 30% of the economy is driven by tourism. This is very, very important. See, Paris, everyone knows tourists go there. The Eiffel Tower is on the river Seine. So here, if we have something of that kind, the global tourists can also come in, not only the domestic tourists. Sabarmati riverfront also 11.5 kilometers, now it is shaping up, 85,000 plus job opportunities created. So this is exactly where we are. Cities around the world are turning. They are shaping up their rivers, riverfronts into economic powerhouses. Why not we? What could 55 kilometers of fully realized riverfront unlock for Hyderabad? Just I am trying to put this in your minds and in everybody's mind. If those countries can do with the smaller extent of riverfront, so much of economic activity, job creation, tourist attraction, thereby economic growth of the country, why not for the Hyderabad now? Why we should not take that advantage? That's what exactly Honorable Chief Minister thinks and the state government thinks. So then we have studied, prepared the master plan. In the master plan, this is in 2 phases. Phase 1 is for 21 kilometers and 55 kilometers master plan. Also, I am trying to just show how we are proceeding further. I'm now switching on to the technicalities into that. I will try to touch upon some of the technical things here. Sir, I think I can have the time, sir. So 55 kilometers is divided into 5 zones. So based on the population, based on the river stretch, these zones are identified. If you see the zone 1 from Gandhipet, that is Usman Sagar, and this is Rajendra Nagar, where Himayat Sagar is there. There are 2 rivers, one is MUSI river, another one is Isa river. Both put together are becoming 21 kilometers. And thereafter, this becomes only single river called MUSI. And this flows in zone 2 up to Puranapul 6 kilometers, and from Puranapul to MGBS it is 4 kilometers, MGBS to Uppal 8 kilometers, and from Nagol on to Gaureli exit ORR on the meters vision. So in this, why this is zoning is considered? This is the new development that is happening. This is the old development that happened in zone 2 and zone 3, and zone 4 is semi and now growing area, and this is again the future growth corridor, we can say. So, having said this, we have engaged, Special Chief Secretary sir also mentioned, we have people several times have a misconception saying that DPR is the final thing, but first we need to have the master plan. Then out of that the DPRs can be generated. This master planning is already, as I said, data collection and data analysis, then the plan, then we go to the implementation. Now we entered into the planning plan stage, and planning is happening, and phase 1 is already completed. In this blue master plan, green master plan, blue master plan is protecting all the water bodies and making the water any contamination. Green master plan improving the greenery along the MUSI and also in Hyderabad, because these days we also are experiencing drought conditions. Unless we target the greenery also, this is also very, very important. Then comes the land use master plan. When we talk about the river and riverfront, what kind of land use it can be, what we need to take up, that is also coming in this overall master plan. And wherever we have potential for the marquee projects, videos of other countries, how the marquee projects have come, that enhances the economy of the state. And infrastructure master plan, when we talk about the roads, the connectivity, the bridges, etc., that come under this infrastructure, and the financial master projects. So some of the important projects, how they are going to have the leverage of the MUSI and how the economy goes. So that covers everything. Phase 1 covers 2 river stretches, as I was explaining, from Gandhi to the Bapu Ghat, now we are calling it Gandhi Sarovar, and Himayat Sagar to Gandhi Sarovar, total 21 kilometers. This, what exactly are the components? 1 kilometers. This, what exactly are the components now we are looking at when we are talking about the MUSI? As I was explaining, just not cleaning the river, just not making some pathways and showing that river cleaning happened, riverfront happened, it is not like that. So river cleaning, accumulated silt and debris removal has to happen, and that too it has to happen very technically and scientifically. For this and riverbed profiling, we have to do the riverbed profiling and flood mitigation, this is most important, and slope stabilization. Unless we have the embankments properly, so that's the reason this is also integrated and the plan is comprehensive. And water retention structures, so we have to have the water in the river all through 365 days, so that some boating can happen, some people can go in the evenings and relax there, and the night economy happens there. Unless we have the water throughout, we cannot improve the tourism, economy and other things. That's the reason here I will come in the next slides, the river Godavari river linkage, how it is happening. Riverfront development. After doing all these things, the riverfront has to be developed, so that the public spaces are developed, public access can be developed, public can go there. For this entire phase 1, for all the development works up to 7, it is going to be around 6,500 to 7,000 crore only. So we are going to spend this money on these 7 components for this 21 kilometer development. And this doesn't include the land acquisition if required, or we have come out with a new policy, TDR policy, even for the people who are having the land ownership in the riverbed and also in the buffer, they will be appropriately compensated under TDR. And this is why in the next slides you will understand what buffer is, why it is required, etc. So understanding the river is very, very important. Unless you understand the river, what is the flow of the river, you cannot plan it. It is haphazard planning and it cannot sustain. When we talk about the sustainability, we have to understand the science, safety and hydrology of the river. In this, we have studied extensively the overall catchment area of these two reservoirs. The Usman Sagar reservoir catchment area is 740 square kilometers. As we were telling, it starts from Anantagiri and comes up to Usman Sagar, Gandhipet. And Himayat Sagar reservoir, the catchment area is 1362 square kilometers. This starts at Pagi and comes up to Himayat Sagar. The blue one is the Gandhipet one, and this green one is the Himayat Sagar. You can see Himayat Sagar here and Gandhipet here. This is the catchment area. So whatever rain that falls there, that comes into these reservoirs, that study is also there. Catchment area map of downstream nalas. After the reservoirs, this is entire Cure area now. In this, how the nalas and the catchment, that drainage system, the drainage pattern we call, how it is entering into the river, this is also studied. Then this is very, very important for all of us. Given situation of the river, if we leave the river like this, why the floods are happening? If the river is left like what it is today, so with the study that is there, done through two simulations, one is HEC HMS and another one is HEC RAS. What is this HEC HMS? This is Hydrologic Engineering Center run by US Army Corps Engineering. They have developed hydrological modeling system. Hydrological modeling system. This is a software where we have to run the river widths, river lengths, river flow, river hydraulics, and then that gives how the flooding happens. If you see the blue marks, if the full flow of the ring happens up to this, and the river analysis system. So this analysis is done in both the south, so that we are thorough on this. And not only this, if after studying this, what should be the cross section of the river, we have identified. And if the river should not come outside the embankments, if this flooding should not happen, which is causing lot of human loss or even the property loss and the economic loss. So in order to contain this, we have to have proper sectioning of this. I will be coming to the section in the next slide. This is the slide. So in order to curtail, I will just go back again. If the section is properly done, giving the river back of his river ki property undi, dan property daniki manam ichcheste adi bayataku raadu. So danni manam cheyali. So over the years maname ekkadekkodo katteskoni undundochu. అలా కాకుండా రివర్ని సరిగ్గా దాన్ని ఎంత వాటర్ పోవాలి ఫ్లో అది మనం అలో చేస్తే అది బయటకు రాకుండా ఉంటుంది. దిస్ మోడలింగ్ షోస్ దట్, అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ వీ హ్యావ్ అరైవ్డ్ ఎట్ దిస్ సెక్షన్. అండ్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ ఫ్లో యాక్చువల్లీ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ హియర్, దిస్ ఈస్ ఫర్ ద హిమాయత్ సాగర్ stretch from Himayat Sagar to the Bapughat, that is the Gandhi Sarovar now. Up to that, after study, this is 1.53 lakh cusecs of water. In the 2025, actually the maximum flow we have taken from Himayat Sagar was only 36,000 cusecs. But this Himayat Sagar was designed for 1.53 lakh cusecs. Unless we see the downstream of the river properly and do the section, again the floods will happen. That's the reason we have taken National Institute of Hydrology, Roorkee also on board, and they have also vetted it and certified. Based on that, from the river, middle of the river, on both sides, if we maintain 100 meters including the buffer, the river will flow like this. The river will flow 1 in 5 years or 1 in 25 years. This is return period, what as per the technical term it is called. this takes about 60,000 cusecs. So whatever flood that happened in 25, 20, etc., can be arrested here only. But the upper promenade, if we see, that is called high flood level. This is a 520 meter. High flood level, this is about 124 meters. If we take this 124 meters also for the river, this is called river basin. So if we factor this and do the embankment like this, in return period of 100 years, the water will not outside. That is the study. That means in 1 in 100 years, 1% of chance, but 1% of chance also we cannot take with the river. That is the reason the section is decided with this, and rest is the buffer. On this buffer, the promenades are coming. This is called lower promenade, this is upper promenade. On one side within the buffer zone, we will be having a 6-lane 30-meter main road, and on the other side only the service road with 9 meters. Rest of it will be the most of it is the open spaces for the public. And we have also done for the second stretch. Of course, we have done for the entire MUSI, entire flow only in the river. It will not spill over into the floodplain, not causing any damage to the. So this is how the section will be. So we will be having a toe wall constructed, and slopes will be created so that the speed of the river cannot be obstructed. The river will flow. This is the lower promenade, and this is the upper promenade. On the upper promenade, see, if you see here, this is the lower promenade. On the upper promenade, this slant, we will go for the greenery or different combinations. We can also with Gabion structures or any wherever if the speed is required, if the slant slopes are not withstanding, we have to go with the CC, but we have worked out for every 30 meters. See, why we are talking about buffer? It is not the state's thing, but it is the Central Water Commission, Ministry of Jal Shakti, which says how the river has to be protected, what needs to be done. If you see this graph, exactly what it says. This is 1 in 5-year return period flood. It is a protected area. When we say protected area, there is no construction allowed. This is the river bed. So river bed, no construction is allowed. Then 1 in 25-year return. That's what exactly I was trying to show. 1 in 25-year return period, that is called regulatory area. This regulatory area, in fact, is the buffer zone, including a part of 100-year return also. So this is how the section of the river has to be decided. That's how Telangana government has decided in 2012. GO 168 clearly says 50-meter buffer for the river in the municipal corporation areas, and it was reiterated in 2016 by GO 7. It is 50 meters buffer on both sides of the river. This is very clear in GO 7. So this is exactly the study. This is not from out of blue, or it is the state's thing. It is as per the CWC norms. And also the National River Conservation Plan, this also very clearly says what can be taken up in the river zones, riverfront zone. So riverfront zone, what exactly now we are planning? Approach roads and open spaces, public spaces, cycling, trekking. So all these, see, the idea is that some people will come, evacuation can easily happen if there are any flash floods. That is the reason in the protected area, no permanent construction is allowed. So that is a working place. Somebody can come and go. If we want to stop it, we can stop. Residential is not allowed. That is very important. People can also refer the guidelines. Source is Technical Guidelines on Floodplain Zoning, Central Water Commission, again issued in July 2025, based on various Supreme Court orders national NGT orders and all these things. I request all of you, please do study that. So then we are coming to how the river will be cleaned. So one is completely cleaning it. It is not possible because there will be some toxins and other things. When we have to disturb them, we have to disturb them in a proper condition. But it can happen over a period of time if we substitute that water with fresh water, the surface water. For this, already a project is already taken up by the government. If you can see, this is the Godavari linkage that is coming all along the ORR and coming to Usman Sagar and then Himayat Sagar. Total 20 TMC of water is allotted and already work started under Hyderabad Metro Water Supply and Sewerage Board. And out of this, exclusively 2.5 TMC water is allocated for MUSI rejuvenation. This is exactly what I was trying to tell. So in the river, all through 365 days, there will be water, that is the fresh water that comes from the river Godavari. So this is the river linking project, special CS was also mentioning. So this is one, getting the fresh water there. Then what is the second thing? Second thing is we have to treat the sewage in the entire city. Sewage treatment and trunk sewer mains. After treating or before treating, we should not allow the sewage to pass into the river. So what exactly now it is happening on the sewage front? This is another very important thing. So if you see, there are STPs already existing. Here a representative photo already functional, this one Ambapet. 772 MLD existing STPs 25 are there and 1106 MLD already commissioned and works are going on in good pace 27. 972 MLD ongoing STPs under Amrut scheme 39 are under progress. So these many STPs are happening and this is the existing one. These are the new ones, already construction is going on. In the phase 1, the Narsingi already started. The STP work is started. What remains to be done? What remains to be done is taking the nalas into consideration. Along the MUSI, we have to have the diversion drains. And these are bigger ones, red ones are the existing STPs. If we are not doing another big STP, we have to divert it here and bring it here likewise. And this is the part of the project where we were talking about phase 1, the sewage treatment, the trunk mains are all happening here. So this is the picture that is showing how the trunk mains are coming, how the sewage will be diverted to the STP. Here is one STP, here is one STP, another one and another one. There are 4 STPs nearby. This is treated and coming and joining in the river. But even after that, we have to have other side because this is treated and it is merging. For other side, it will come and go to Attapur. For the first time in the Hyderabad, we are coming out with one underground STP as well. So the red marks are the trunk mains that lead to the STP and this is connected. Here I would like to just bring to the notice of the August House. Earlier also the diversion lanes constructed, if you see the yellow line, that is exactly in the MUSI. So if we construct something in the river itself, it will obstruct the flow of the river. So what we are doing as part of the project, we are shifting this also onto the river edge, that is into the buffer. So that the river, as I was telling, we have to give the river what it is supposed to be having. So our river atlane flow avvadaniki manam ivvalsina avasaram undi, daniki ఏ అబ్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఉండకూడదు. సో అది కూడా ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో పెట్టడం జరిగింది. Then another very big decision taken by Honorable Chief Minister and the Cabinet Government is that Okay, now we are planning to have the STPs fully functional and diverting all the sewage into the STPs and treating it. Why not we treat tertiarily? The tertiary treatment has to happen. Then use that water. We are bringing Godavari water, Krishna water, all about 200 plus 300 plus kilometers with spending so much of money. That is for drinking water purpose. Whereas the sewage is just left like that. If you see the Singapore model, there they call P water. That is a treated sewage water that is utilized for various purposes. Why not we use? That is exactly the project is talking about. This is also factored now. After treating this sewage water, tertiary treatment will be done. This water will be supplied to the industry and particularly the data centers that are coming up. Already Metro Water Supply and Sewerage Board is working with TGIC, where the industrial areas are coming up. For example, Future City and also the Chandan Valley industrial area. A pipeline will be laid. Before that, at every treatment plant, we will be having a storage reservoir. Therefrom, it will be pumped to the respective industrial areas. Not only that, we will also be requesting all the developers here, sitting here, in the construction invariably we have to use this treated water. And also all the greenery that is coming up in Hyderabad, around ORR, we are also having contemplated already ring bund along the ORR, along the drinking water line. Next to that, new water pipeline will come. This will have storage tanks wherever necessary. There from the tanker supply can happen. Even the big industries, we will have the pipeline itself, and the entire greenery will be supported by this water system only. This helps in two ways. One is reducing wastage of drinking water all the way we are bringing from Godavari and Krishna. That can be utilized effectively for the drinking water purposes. For all other purposes, we will get the water at a lesser price. HMWSSB as on today is giving at something like including sewage 60 to 180 rupees per kiloliter for the industry, because they are getting all the way from that is the raw water that is given, that is actually potable water. But if we use this, it will come down to 70 or 80 rupees. It is going to help the industry as well, and also burden on the drinking water requirement. In the future, city is growing like anything, and in the core urban region economy area, we will be needing more drinking water. So this is another very good initiative that is flagged into the project. This is a strategic mobility intervention. So as part of this, how many bridges are coming? And as I was talking about the retention of the water, there will be one barrage here, one barrage at North Singhi, another one at Gandhi Sarovar, so that the water always remains along this river. And this can enhance the tourism, enhance economy, enhance activity, and also the everything in this particular area. Total 14 number of bridges, out of which about 9 are new proposals, 5 are old upgradation. As you are aware, some of them are low-lying causeways which needs to be uplifted. That is also being taken up under this. This is entire costing, as I was showing, this is within the 6,500 to 7,000 crore. So this is riverfront and public recreation spaces. So as I was talking about how the buffer zone will be used, restoring MUSI and reconnecting the people. MUSI has to be connected to the people. They are the important stakeholders into the entire project. See some of the renderings: continuous public promenades, roads and cycle tracks for improved mobility, recreation spaces. So this is exactly as per the section I was talking. the river section, whatever pictorial proposal is shown now, the images shown now are to the scale actually. As per that only this planning has happened. These are the public amenities. Please play the video. A paper this तरफ. Sridhar Bhag sir, paper is this तरफ. So this is how we have envisioned with the technical study. The study happened for 1.5 years. We have gone around and seen every place, and Honorable Chief Minister himself seen, and he has given lot of inputs into that, and this is exactly the master planning happened. Now the DPR is also ready for the phase 1, and we will be immediately starting. As I was talking about the Gandhi Sarovar, what is the relevance of the Gandhi Sarovar? చాలా మంది అడుగుతారు ఈ గాంధీ సరోవర్ ఇక్కడనే ఎందుకు ఉండాలి, ఇలానే ఎందుకు ఉండాలి, ఇలాంటి ప్రశ్నలు చాలా మందికి ఉన్నాయి. చాలా మందికి హిస్టారికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ తెలిసి ఉండకపోవచ్చు, కాబట్టి ఒకసారి అది కూడా మనం తెలుసుకోవాలి. మహాత్మా గాంధీ 1948లో ఎప్పుడైతే ఇతన్ని కాల్చి చంపబడినారో, మహాత్మా గాంధీ గారి యొక్క యాషెస్ 1948లో సుమారుగా 12 నదులకు పంపించారు. 12 నదులే కాకుండా కన్యాకుమారిలో 2 సముద్రాలు కలిసే చోటికి కూడా పంపించారు. అక్కడ కలిపారు. ఇక్కడ మూసా అండ్ ఈసా 2 రివర్స్ కలుస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి ఇది కూడా ఒక సంగమం, అంటే సంగమాలని టార్గెట్ చేయటం జరిగింది. ఇక్కడ ఒక సంగమం ఉంది అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి వారి యొక్క యాషెస్ కూడా కలిపారు. అందుకనే అప్పుడున్నటువంటి ప్రభుత్వం అప్పుడే గవర్నమెంట్ ల్యాండ్ దీనికి ఇచ్చి సుమారుగా 66 ఎకరాల భూమిని ఇచ్చి ఇక్కడ బాపు ఘాట్ అనేది పెట్టడం జరిగింది. బాపు ఘాట్ ఇక్కడ మీరు బొమ్మ చూస్తే గాంధీ గారు ఉన్నారు. మనం 30th జనవరి ప్రతి సంవత్సరం కూడా ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వారికి మన నివాళులు అర్పిస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఇక్కడ ఇది మ్యూజియం కూడా ఉంది. కానీ దీన్ని ఇలానే వదిలేస్తే గాంధీయిజంని ఎలా మనం ప్రమోట్ చేస్తాం? మనకు ఆల్రెడీ హిస్టారికల్గా ఈ ప్లేస్ ఉంది. ఇక్కడ మూసా రివర్ అండ్ ఈసా రివర్ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ కలుస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. దీన్ని ఒక స్టడీ ఏరియా గాంధీయన్ ఫిలాసఫీ మీద డెవలప్ చేస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనేది ఒక ఆలోచన వచ్చినప్పుడు సీఎం గారు దాని మీద మనకి చాలా ఐడియాస్ ఇవ్వటం జరిగింది. దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకునే వర్కౌట్ చేయటం జరిగింది. దాంట్లో ప్రముఖంగా ఈ టవర్, ఈ టవర్లో అన్నీ కూడా గాంధీకి సంబంధించి క్రింద మ్యూజియం ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యు సీ స్టాచ్యూ ఆఫ్ పీస్, గాంధీ గారు ఉంటారు. హ్యాండ్లూమ్ ట్రైనింగ్ సెంటర్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అండ్ నాలెడ్జ్ హబ్ అండ్ రీసెర్చ్ ఉంటుంది. నాలెడ్జ్ హబ్ అంటే రీసెర్చ్ కూడా అవుతుంది. గాంధీ మీద ఎంతో రీసెర్చ్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది, మనకు తెలుసు చాలా చోట్ల. పబ్లిక్ రిక్రియేషన్ స్పేసెస్ ఉంటాయి, అంటే పబ్లిక్ స్టూడెంట్స్ యూత్ అందరూ కూడా అట్రాక్ట్ అయ్యి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళడానికి పబ్లిక్ రిక్రియేషన్ స్పేసెస్ ఉంటాయి. మెడిటేషన్ అండ్ వెల్నెస్ విలేజ్ ఉంటుంది. మెడిటేషన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండ్ ఫర్ ద వెల్ బీయింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద చిల్డ్రన్. ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి స్ట్రెస్కి ఇక్కడ అవి కూడా క్రియేట్ చేయడం, అట్లాగే ఒక మ్యూజియం క్రియేట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇవి ఎలా వస్తాయి అంటే దీంట్లో ఈ రకంగా గాంధీ మ్యూజియం వస్తుంది, వ్యూయింగ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్, పైకి మనం ఎక్కినట్లయితే మొత్తం సిటీ కనబడుతుంది, వ్యూయింగ్ ఉంటుంది, గాంధీ ఉంటారు. ఈ పైన వెళ్ళిన చోట ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం గాంధీ గారితో ఫొటోస్ కూడా తీసుకునే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. కల్చరల్ అండ్ ఎగ్జిబిషన్ స్పేసెస్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఎవరైనా కల్చరల్ అండ్ ఎగ్జిబిషన్స్ అందులో చేయాలంటే గాంధీకి సంబంధించి ఆర్ట్స్, పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆర్ట్స్ ఎట్సెట్రా. అండ్ రీసెర్చ్ సెంటర్. ఇదే కాకుండా బేసిక్గా ఇప్పుడు మనకు లిటరరీ ఫెస్టివల్స్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి, బుక్ ఎగ్జిబిషన్స్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. అవి ఎక్కడెక్కడో అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఎక్కడో ఓపెన్ స్పేస్లో పెద్ద గుడారం లాంటిది వేసేసి మనం చూపిస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఇక్కడ ఆ స్పేసెస్ క్రియేట్ అయితే ఇది ఒక హ్యాపెనింగ్ ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద హోల్ ఐడియా. ఇది సుమారుగా 200 ఎకరాలలో ఈ గాంధీ సరోవర్ డెవలప్మెంట్ జరుగుతూ ఉంది. వీడియో ప్లీజ్. ఉంటుంది. గాంధీ గారి విగ్రహం దానికి ప్రపోర్షనేట్గా సుమారుగా 123 ఫీట్లు ఉంటుంది. సో దాని ప్రకారం ఇది చేయటం జరుగుతుంది. సో ఆల్రెడీ దీని డీటెయిలింగ్ కూడా అయిపోయింది. ప్రతి ఫ్లోర్లో ఏమొస్తుంది, ప్రతి లెవెల్లో ఏమొస్తుంది కూడా తీసుకోవటం జరిగింది. సో నెక్స్ట్ వస్తే డీకంజెస్టింగ్ హైదరాబాద్. హైదరాబాద్లో మనం హైదరాబాద్ గుండా వెళ్ళాలంటే, లోపల నుండి ఉన్నటువంటి రోడ్లలో వెళ్ళాలంటే ట్రాఫిక్ ఇబ్బందులు ఎదురవుతున్నటువంటి సందర్భంలో మరి ఆల్టర్నేట్ సో మెనీ రోడ్స్ ఆల్రెడీ మనం ప్లాన్ చేసాం, హెచ్ఎండిఏ నుంచి కానీ జిహెచ్ఎంసి నుంచి కానీ వీటన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యంగా మనకు రివర్ వెస్ట్ నుంచి ఈస్ట్కి ఫ్లో అవుతా ఉంది. వెస్ట్ నుండి ఈస్ట్కి పోతున్నప్పుడు ఎన్ని చోట్లైనా మనము ర్యాంప్స్ తీసుకుంటే లోపలికి వెళ్ళాల్సిన వాళ్ళు చాలా సులభంగా వెళ్తారు. ఒకవేళ వద్దు ఈ ట్రాఫిక్ని తప్పించాలి అని అనుకుంటే మనం గండిపేట నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి ఒకవేళ గౌరెల్లి ఆర్ విజయవాడ హైవేకి వెళ్ళాలి అనుకుంటే మనము 91 కిలోమీటర్లు ప్రయాణం చేయాలి. ఇటువైపు నుంచి అయితే 69 కిలోమీటర్లు, సుమారుగా 70 కిలోమీటర్లు ప్రయాణం చేయాలి. కానీ ఒకవేళ గండిపేటలో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం కారిడార్ ఏదైతే ఇప్పుడు ప్రపోజ్ చేశామో కేవలం 43 కిలోమీటర్లలో 45 నిమిషాలలో వెళ్ళటానికి వీలవుతుంది. సో ఇది 3 రకాలుగా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఒకటి, మన ట్రావెల్ టైం తగ్గిస్తుంది. రెండోది, మన వెహికల్ ఏదైతే కన్జంప్షన్ చేస్తుందో డీజిల్ ఆర్ పెట్రోల్ అది చాలా తగ్గిపోతుంది, అంటే ఎకనామికల్గా వైబుల్ అవుతుంది. థర్డ్ది వచ్చేసి మనకు హైదరాబాద్ లోపల ఉన్న రోడ్లలో డీకంజెస్ట్ అవుతుంది. అంటే అక్కడ కూడా ప్రయాణం చేసిన వాళ్ళకి కూడా మనం సదుపాయం ఇచ్చినట్లు అవుతుంది. సో ఎకనామికల్గా దిస్ ఈజ్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండ్ వయబుల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. సో ఈ కారిడార్లో ఇప్పుడు ఫేజ్ 1లో మనం చేస్తున్నటువంటిది ఈ 2 స్ట్రెచ్లు చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ఫస్ట్ ఈ స్ట్రెచ్ ఎడ్ గ్రేడ్లో తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఇక్కడ బుద్వేల్ జంక్షన్ ఒకటి ఇప్పుడు ట్రంపెట్ అవుతుంది. మొన్ననే హానరబుల్ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ గారు దానికి ఫౌండేషన్ వేశారు. హెచ్ఎండిఏ నుంచి చేస్తున్నారు. హిమాయత్ సాగర్ దగ్గర ఇక్కడ చేసి ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎడ్ గ్రేడ్ 100 feet వైడ్ రోడ్, 30 meter వైడ్ రోడ్ వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ నుంచి నార్సింగి దగ్గర నుంచి కూడా 100 meter. ఇది నార్సింగి దగ్గర నుంచే కాదు, దానికన్నా ముందు గండిపేట వరకు వస్తుంది. ఈ గండిపేట నుంచి అది ఇటువైపు ఈ హైవే ఏదైతే మనకు కనబడుతూ ఉందో ఈ హైవే గోస్ టు వికారాబాద్ అండ్ ఆల్సో బీజాపూర్. సో ఈ హైవేకి కూడా ఇది కలుస్తుంది. అది కూడా ఇప్పుడు వైడనింగ్ అవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ కలుస్తుంది. తర్వాత హైటెక్ సిటీ వెళ్ళాల్సిన వాళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు ఏదైతే నియోపోలిస్ వస్తూ ఉందో ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక ఆమ్ మనకి శంకర్పల్లి రోడ్డుకు కలుస్తుంది. దానివల్ల నియోపోలిస్ పోవటం కూడా సులభం అవుతుంది. సో కంప్లీట్గా డీకంజెషన్ అండ్ కనెక్టివిటీ దీంట్లో తీసుకున్నటువంటి అదర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. ఇది ఫేజ్ 1లో ఇక్కడి వరకు కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దీన్ని యొక్క అలైన్మెంట్ కూడా కంప్లీట్ అయింది. దీని యొక్క డిపిఆర్ కూడా సపరేట్గా రెడీ అవుతుంది. అది నెక్స్ట్ ఒక 1 monthలో రెడీ అవుతుంది. ఆ తర్వాత దీన్ని మనం ఏదైతే ఓఆర్ఆర్ ఉందో ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ వే, 8-lane ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ వే, దాన్ని ఎలాగైతే మనము టీఓటీ పద్ధతిలో చేశామో దీన్ని కూడా అదే పద్ధతిలో చేయాలని చెప్పేసి ఆలోచించడం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. దానికే మన కుష్మన్ అండ్ విక్ఫీల్డ్ వాళ్ళు కూడా దానికి ఏ రకంగా ఫైనాన్షియల్ మోడలింగ్ చేయాలి కూడా వాళ్ళు చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ప్లీజ్ రన్ ద వీడియో. Just it is a representative video. Exactly, this decongestion, mobility, all these things are spoken about in this project. And coming to the next very important thing, what is that? As I was telling, the forefathers have given us a great heritage. We have to protect that heritage and we have to take the leeway of that heritage. So heritage tourism, most of us visited Italy, France or any other European country. Whenever we go around the monuments, we go around the heritage structures and we say wow. But when we have the same thing in Hyderabad, why not we improve it? Why not we attract the global people here? Look at that. So these are some of the heritage structures that are there. మన దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి చాలా అమూల్యమైనటువంటి హెరిటేజ్. ఎప్పుడో కుతుబ్ షాహీ టైం నుంచి కట్టినటువంటివి. కుతుబ్ షాహీ టోమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మనకి తారామతి బారాదరి ఉంది, మనకి పురాణాపూల్ దగ్గర గవర్నమెంట్ సిటీ కాలేజ్, ఇది బ్రిటిష్ రెసిడెన్సీ అంటారు, ఆల్రెడీ దీన్ని ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. హైకోర్టు ఉంది, మనకి ఉస్మానియా జనరల్ హాస్పిటల్ ఉంది, మక్కా మస్జిద్ ఉంది, చార్మినార్ ఉంది. మనము పురాణాపూల్ దగ్గర దిగితే 2 నిమిషాలలో మక్కా మస్జిద్కి వెళ్ళొచ్చు, చార్మినార్ చూడడానికి వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. సో మొబిలిటీతో పాటు వీటిని కూడా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయటం స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఆల్రెడీ మనము వరల్డ్ మాన్యుమెంట్స్ ఫండ్ ఇండియాతోని ఒక అగ్రిమెంట్ కూడా చేసుకోవటం జరిగింది. ఆల్రెడీ ఒక 5కి వాళ్ళు స్టడీ చేసి మనకి ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. మిగతావి కూడా ఈ మధ్యనే థ్యాంక్స్ టు ద ఇండస్ట్రీ లీడర్స్, దే హ్యావ్ కమ్ ఫార్వర్డ్, they have done a meeting and they said they will also adapt. We are going with a policy called Adapt a Monument. That policy, I request each one of you please study. That will be available online with the tourism department and also QQSUD, Kuli Qutub Shah Urban Development Authority. So not only these, but wherever we have any of the heritage structure, that will be definitely be taken up for development. So not only this, but what else can be done? We can also, Hyderabad is known for the secular city. So just we have identified some of the important relevance along the MUSI. MUSI పక్కన ఉన్నటువంటి పురాతనమైనటువంటి ఒక కట్టడం కూడా చూడడం జరిగింది. ఇది మంచిరేవులలో ఒక టెంపుల్ ఉంటుంది, వీరభద్రస్వామి టెంపుల్ అని. ఇది సుమారుగా 800 సంవత్సరాల చరిత్ర కలిగిన టెంపుల్. ఈ టెంపుల్ని కూడా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయాలి, మూసి పక్కనే ఉంటుంది. సో దీన్ని కూడా ఒక సెక్యులర్ ప్లేస్ లాగా అందరికీ, అంటే టెంపుల్ని డెవలప్ చేయటం. మనకు మక్కా మస్జిద్ ఉంది, అక్కడ మళ్ళీ మనకు రివర్ ఫ్రంట్ డెవలప్మెంట్లో భాగంగా ఒక మాస్క్ కూడా తీసుకురావటం. తర్వాత ఇక్కడ గురుద్వారా, మనకి గౌలిగూడ ఆ ప్రాంతంలో చాలామంది మనకి గురుద్వారా వెళ్ళే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, సిక్స్ ఉన్నారు, కమ్యూనిటీ ఉంది, అది టేకప్ చేయటం. నాగోల్ ఒక చర్చ్. సో సెక్యులర్ కనెక్ట్ కూడా, అంటే మూసీ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ a river, but the river that connects the heritage, culture, tourism and also the secular things. So these are the plans already in place. In phase 2 we will also be taking up all these three. In the phase 1, because this development already started, we are trying to integrate this into the development process. So these will also be simultaneously be taken up. So sir, this also I request Honorable Chief Minister to consider. Let us go with the secular model of the city, sir. So this is how the entire planning happened. The DPR is ready. The DPR, many of the people, master planning is happened, and the DPR, some of the misconceptions are there. The DPR is not there, the DPR is there. This is the first consultation that is happening. And this will also be available online next week. We are doing the final vetting into this, and we will place it for the feedback, suggestions. So this is where exactly we are talking about. Every great river transformation was built on collective will. The collective will is very, very important. Please get into that. And I request all of you to come join us in turning this vision into reality. ఈ విజన్ని రియాలిటీకి తీసుకెళ్లడానికి మీరందరూ మాతో కలిసి పనిచేయాలని చెప్పేసి ప్రత్యేకంగా కోరుతా ఉన్నాం. సో యాజ్ ఐ వాస్ మెన్షనింగ్, అందరూ దయచేసి మీ యొక్క ఫీడ్బ్యాక్, సజెషన్స్, ఇప్పుడు మా ఆలోచన ఏముంది అనే దాంట్లో డిపిఆర్ని ఫర్మ్ అప్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. దాంట్లో తప్పకుండా మీరు ఇచ్చే సజెషన్స్ని, సూచనల్ని తీసుకొని దాంట్లో తప్పకుండా మేము ఇన్కార్పొరేట్ చేస్తాం. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద వెబ్సైట్. ఈ క్యూఆర్ కోడ్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. ఈ వెబ్సైట్ ద్వారా మీరు సజెషన్స్ అండ్ మీ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఇవ్వాల్సిందిగా కోరుతా ఉన్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ లిజనింగ్ టు మీ పేషెంట్లీ. and I tried my level best to put forth what exactly this project is about, what exactly the government is thinking of, the collective will, what I was telling. The collective will is already there in the government. I request all of you to join that collective will. Thank you so much. Now, in another 1-2 minutes, Honorable Chief Minister will give his views, thoughts, and address the August gathering. Thank you very much.
Check. Can we put the podium mic on, please? All the lights on.